navigating turns, always with the least. Right turn, left turn, he knows just what to do. Checking that.
Hey, it's me, Chad, and I'm here today to talk to you about angle parking. So as you can see here, we've angle parked all these buses in the spots where employee parking used to be. I'm going to show you how to pull in and back out. The important thing to remember is when you're backing out here, there is a ditch right about here, which makes backing out a little bit difficult, a little bit dangerous. So when you're backing out, you want to make sure you're able to turn the bus before you hit this downhill area. Because you could get stuck, and it's possible we could roll a bus. When we did this years ago, there was a tree line here. So you had that as kind of a guide when you're backing up. If you've gone too far, you're going to start hitting branches. But that tree line is gone. So we have to rely on a different method to make sure everyone can pull in and out without any issues. So here's how we're going to do that. So when backing the bus out of this spot, first thing we're going to want to do is use your crossover mirror on the passenger side right here as a guide. So as we start backing, we're going to turn the wheel enough to bring that crossover mirror over so it's just next to the bus on our left. So we're going to bring that over. Now you're watching your crossover mirror here because it's going to get close to this bus on the left, but you're also watching mirror 5 over here, your bottom flat mirror on the right side or the passenger side, because we're going to have just a little bit of a sliver of room between the rear of our bus and the rear of the bus to our right. So we want to make sure that that doesn't get too close and that this gets close to the bus on our left, but not too close. So we're just kind of going back and forth between these two spots, making sure that we're not hitting anything. Now you're also going to watch your rear tires on this side, on their driver's side, because that's going to be the furthest back towards that ditch. As long as every bus pulls up as far as they can in these parking spots, there should be enough room for us to get out without getting really anywhere near that ditch. So as soon as your crossover mirror hits about this point where you're lined up with the back corner of this bus, turn it all the way. Remember, once you start rolling backwards, you're going to get that little extra bit of play in the steering wheel. And by doing that, if you can see in this mirror here, right here, that we still have, the back tire is still on the dirt. It's not even in the grass yet, so we should have plenty of room. And of course, once we get to this point, we can just roll forward and head out for a day. Okay, so now we're going to pull back into this angle parking spot where we pulled out of earlier. We're going to start by making sure we're positioned on the left-hand side of the parking lot or parking lot road. Give us enough room to clear this angle of the corner of the bus that's going to be on our right. So we'll be basically doing the opposite of what we just did. We're going to start the turn and let this crossover here come behind the bus that's going to be on our left here. Then turn all the way, get that little extra, swing it in right behind the rear of the bus to the left of us. Now do this slowly, and if you end up coming around and you're a little bit out too far, you might hit that. Stop, honk, reverse, change your angle a bit, and try again. In this case, we have one bus that's to the left is this way. The one over here is kind of that way. So they're both crooked. Makes it a little bit more difficult to get into the spot, but as long as you're slow and you watch your angles, you should be able to get in and out. So now we're here. We can see in the mirror over here that we have enough room as of now. As we roll forward, that gap is going to get smaller. So just keep an eye on that as we're going forward to get into the spot. So again, we're going to go right along the edge of this bus. I'd say within an inch to an inch and a half of the bus, so it's close. But as long as you go slowly and just watch your mirrors, you should be okay. So we're still good. We're at the point now where there's no longer a problem with that gap. So as we get to, we're almost ready to park. We want to pull up as far as we can to where that electrical box is. Now, this particular spot, we've got a light pole right here. So as you pull in, you're going to really have to watch that in your passenger side crossover mirror to make sure that you don't hit it with the bumper, with the front bumper. So we're going to continue forward. And right about here, we're almost ready to park. So now we're going to turn it all the way to the right and straighten it out. And looks pretty straight there. 2 full turns back. Now we're straightened out. We're just going to roll forward, maybe a little bit off to the right, and start watching here for that light pole. Don't have to get right on top of it, but we want to get as far forward as we can to make it easier for this guy and this guy to get out when they need to. And that is how we angle park.